Hi, welcome back to the web design video of this martial arts case study. This is a list of suggestions how you can use this video. The notes for this video can be found at this URL, which is loaded here. It is case sensitive. You can find it in the YouTube video comments below and video description below. So we have found the inspiration websites you can for reference, so you can show the client. And then we have created the folders, and then we found out we loaded the site structure, which is here. So the next thing we want to do is actually show the client what the interface looks like, what the web design looks like. And of course, you don't do that on a machine because it will take up too much time. So always sketch the interface first. Also give yourself an idea what you want to do. Okay, so let's look at our folders. I may have missed creating one folder, so let's go and find out which one we missed. So let's go there again. I missed folder 13, sketches, 2 hours. Let me copy that. Control C, Control V. All right, now all the folders are there. So we are going to download the sketches into here. Folder 13, sketches. It takes 2 hours to sketch, roughly. Some people do it faster. I think I took 1 hour, but some people take it slower. So I would say 2 hours is safe. And so what the sketch looks like, let's download the sketch web user interface into the folder. So I'm going to right click here, save link as, and go to C10, web design 2026, 13 sketches, 2 hours, sketch scan 2 pages. So I've sketched this, and this is what my website is going to look like. So on the first page, okay, is the things we agree with the client. So it's martial arts, and then you have the home program, schedule, instructions. Obviously, the font will be different, right? When you put it on computer, resources, locations, contact us. And then you have drop-down menus here, okay? And then you have a logo, and you agree with yourself some kind of guides that probably 50 to 25 increments, easier to remember. And then since it's martial arts, somebody with doing a jumping sidekick would be nice. Okay, if you can find the images for that. And then different images and different sections, what a section is about. So that's the first page. On the second, so when you click on so normally the first page of a website looks slightly different. When you go to pages, subsequent pages, they should be able to scroll. Okay, your design should be able to scroll. So this is like a second page, like contact us page. So if the user click on contact us, okay, or above us or something, it looks something like this. Okay. So you have your, if you can, find some instructor photographs. If not, I probably would not be able to find instructor photographs for this example. I will use other photographs, and then you talk about how to contact, address, phone numbers, and so on and so forth. And then because this design, you can just scroll it down, okay? And the footer at the bottom, you should be able to scroll it down, and it's quite easy to make this responsive because when you go up to a phone, this two and become one. This one go below, and then 3 columns can become 2 columns and become 1 columns. Okay, so you can have some kind of responsive design to make it look narrow and the phone easy to do. First page, subsequent pages, easy to scroll. First page may or may not scroll. You can, if you have more things, you can just add more boxes below. If not, this page is fine. Okay, so how do you sketch that? On the internet, there are a lot of web designers actually do templates for Bootstrap framework. So I found one. I'm going to download it here. So Bootstrap sketch paper template, right click here, save link as 13 folder. appear here. So this is a template that I found, but I make some changes because Bootstrap 5 is different from Bootstrap 4. The columns and gutters are more responsive, so they are not a fixed width, more like what is the size of your screen resolution and all that. So I draw this, so you can print this out on a paper. Okay, just print out on a piece of paper, use 2B pencil, and then you can sketch it out. Obviously, there's no horizontal lines because horizontal, guys, is your design. You have to decide what you want to do. Okay. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the guides. Okay, I actually have the readings of the guides. I'm going to show you real quick. So print this out. You can draw. You can sketch on it. So on my notes, I actually have a list of the guides, the horizontal guides. I'm just going to copy here. So when you do Photoshop, what are the horizontal guide readings? So if you look at the template here, oops, I shouldn't close that. So if you look at the template, so this is the result of drawing on this template. Okay, I draw it and then I scan it. Of course, all the vertical lines become blurrish. So what are these lines? So this line is 50. Okay, so this is 50. This is 75. This one is 275. This one is 300. This one is 500. Okay, so let's try that again. All right, 0, 50, 75, 275, 300, 500, 525, 700, 725, 900, 950, 1050. So as you can guess, I'm designing for a screen height of 1050. Okay, and then the vertical guides, I'm designing for a screen resolution of 1680. But the template is not that wide, so it's like somewhere here is 0 and somewhere here is 1680, and then it starts with 180 and ends at 1500, 1500. So that's the vertical guides. Another way to look at the vertical guides is here. So here is 180 and then 193, so on and so forth, and then here is 1500. Okay. So with that in mind, when you do Photoshop later, it's much easier to draw in Photoshop. So with this, we have this ready for the Photoshop. So we know how to start. Okay, let me close this. Before we actually go to Photoshop, you will need some images. Sorry, probably I shouldn't close that. So you'll need some images. Okay, to build websites, photographs are very important. So for example, you want somebody with a jumping sidekick. You want a real person for that. Okay, and you want to have some icons created. You probably can use real person and create icons. Okay. So where do we find the image photographs? So one place you can find a photograph is unsplash.com. So if you go to my website, there's a link here for unsplash.com. Why I choose unsplash.com is because if you look at their, or you can also type in unsplash.com. If you look at their policy about, it's free, okay, and it's really free. A lot of the web advertisements, a lot of the websites say it's free, but they are not really free. So this one is really free. All the images can be downloaded for free, commercial and non-commercial purposes. Okay, even you use it for commercial purposes, you can use it. No permission needed. Okay, although attribution is appreciated. So this one is very important. Okay, and no attribution is needed. Okay, that's very important because if some kind of free photograph, ask you to ask you for attribution. That means you must say that who did that photograph. Is almost impossible to attribute, and then they can sue you, send you a lawyer letter, and ask you for money, and that is really not nice. So make sure that the license you go for is no attribution needed, no permission needed, no attribution needed, because there are a lot of scammers actually use photographs to scam people and ask people for money. So make sure you use the photographs that's really free. Okay, so Unsplash is really really free. So now you have to go there and find photographs. Okay, so let's say obviously you're building a martial arts website and you need people with a jumping sidekick, and you want to find photographs and save here into folder 14. And it takes around an hour to find the photographs because it's very addictive. You can take 24 hours and keep doing it, but we just don't have the time. So give yourself 1 hour, find the photographs, and move on. So for example, so this martial arts, you talk to your client and say, what is this martial arts about? He say it's Taekwondo. So you say, okay, let's look at Taekwondo, right? There are a lot of images here, but do not use the images on top. You actually have to pay for them. Even these images here, if the download is locked, you cannot use. Let's say you like this one, you go there, they are not free. Okay, you have to upgrade to Unsplash Plus to get. So the real free ones, like this one, if you go in, this one is really free because you can actually download free. So you can click on it, download, and this is a great photograph, right? This is a proper jumping sidekick, and they will also tell you who make the photographs. Okay, so you can check him out. And how do you give attribution to him? So that when you download, they will say, hey, copy link, my photograph is great. So this is a really nice photograph. So you can download free. Do not right click save as. Do not do that because that is low resolution. Click on download free to download the real thing, and then open this, save that photograph. Okay, that is the high resolution photograph. And then if you can, give a shortcut to this guy. He did great photographs. Okay, although it's not required, but it's good. Okay. All right, so let's say you spend 1 hour, you downloaded all the photographs, you collected them. So Taekwondo has some good photographs, and then Karate have some good ones. So now you find some good Karate photographs. Like this is a really nice kick, but probably it's not Taekwondo, right? And different uniforms. Now you're in trouble. How are you going to use it for the website? They all have different uniforms. So later we will do some Photoshop stuff to make them useful. And then if the photograph run out, you want more, you can just load more to find out more photographs. And of course, all the good photographs are not free, right? And then some of the good photographs are free, but a lot of the good photographs are not free. Okay. All right. So after you download all the photographs, I found some photographs for this example. So I put them here. Download images also here. So if you click on download images, they will download all the photographs. And you can open them. This is the folder. So these are all the photographs. I'm going to just copy all the photographs to folder 14. And let's look at what we have. Okay. So we have some good ones like this one. Good, nice cake. This one is good for a background. Okay. Fire. If you rotate them, this one looks really nice, right? Kicks, okay, this is not Taekwondo, but you may be able to use it for something else. Background or icons here. Okay, you cannot use that for Taekwondo, but you can use it for some kind of icon. Okay, now the problem is all of them wear different uniforms for free images, so you have to do something. Fire, nice fire image. Kickboxing, not Taekwondo, but we'll figure it out how to use it, and so on and so forth. Okay, but all of them wear different uniforms, so we have a little bit of problem. All right, so you have all the images. I have also some more not used, just in case we need to find out a little bit more. Okay, so these are the images we are going to use for the website. All right, the video is getting a bit long. The next step we are going to do is we are going to use our sketch and make them into an index.psd file with all the photographs. Okay, and we are going to continue a little bit after this. So my video is getting too long, so it's better pause here, and then we'll do the next step soon. Okay. All right. See you soon.